Hi everyone, I'm Kian.
Hi, I'm Shabyl.
So, Shabyl, when we first started collaborating on this piece, I remember I asked you to send me some videos of your recital, and I got to know your guitar playing a little, and you told me that you listened to some of my pieces as well. And you told me that you were interested in collaborating on a piece that had to do with Malaysian culture. Could you tell me more about that?
Yeah, so initially I thought it'd be cool to have, more repertoire written with like some kind of Malaysian elements in it. And it'd be nice if I could be part of, contributing that to that. Initially it started with just a bunch of random Malay things that I suggested, but we finally decided on, maybe one musical element. So I showed you the joget dance from Malaysia, and then that evolved into tying that into the I think Persian dance called Reng, right?
Yep,
Also a fast
exactly.
dance.
They're both fast 6/8 dances, and I like the idea of finding a point of intersection between Shabyl's culture and my cultural heritage. And so a large portion of this piece is a fast 6/8 dance inspired by the music of both of these cultures. Another way into this piece was Shabyl's father had a unique relationship to a poem by Rumi. Could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, I was actually talking to my mom about that. Not about that, but I was like, yeah, I'm working with this composer, and he's has Iranian heritage. And my mom's like, Iranian, like ask him if he can write something, about Rumi as well, because my dad, before he passed away, like he would always ask me to write music for Rumi's Mathnawi, because he translated that, like all 6 volumes of that, and I was like, I don't know how to do that, but
The first person to translate them into Malay, correct?
yeah, into Malay,
From
the first
Persian.
person. So I just kind of brought that up with Kian, and he, yeah, he was really like enthusiastic about it. He was like, I have these pictures of whirling dervishes over the piano where I composed. Like, what,
And so I was looking through the Masnavi and I found one particular excerpt that really resonated with me. The rough translation was something like, dance when you're broken open, dance in your blood. The idea being dance and rejoice even when you're suffering. And this idea really struck a chord with me. And that also reminded me of the idea of whirling dervishes, uh, who dance to reach a state of spiritual transcendence. So the form of this piece kind of goes from like a slow, mysterious rubato section to a slow meditative dance, and kind of speeds up into the 6/8 dance that's a synthesis of a joget and a rag. And so in that way, it's kind of mirroring the journey of a whirling dervish from being grounded in reality to transcending themselves. So Shabyl, do you want to play some of the music?
Yeah, sure. So I'll just start with the first measure, the slow introduction.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's okay.
And that also reminds me to share, before we got to the point where I had a first draft, I sent Shabyl a lot of sketches, uh, and we kind of vetted out a lot of the ideas that just weren't possible on guitar
Not
before.
possible for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're being modest. I mean, it really, especially since we don't have a ton of time to rehearse this before the recording. Anyways, would you like to share the other musical excerpts?
Sure, yeah. So this is it's just a part with like a, I don't know, what do you call it, an accented bass line? Like I don't know if you'd say that. Like in the bass there's a, that kind of, right?
Right.
It's, yeah, the 13th measure, it goes yeah,
So I
that's
don't think I even told you this, but that bit is inspired by an Iranian kind of music called a pish ahmad, that's like a slow, stately dance, and it's also in a specific mode inspired by Iranian music.
wow. I mean, yeah, that's good to know. No, I didn't know that. So,
And then maybe the main melody of the 6/8 dance.
right. Um, yeah,
So that's going to be developed and transformed, and I'm going to do all sorts of fun stuff with that.
yeah. So just a little bit of stuff that I got to play, but yeah.
Cool. Well, thanks everybody for indulging us, and I can't wait to hear everybody's pieces.
Right.